In the produce section of my supermarket, I typically find three kinds of parsley. I'll find the curly parsley, which looks like this. This is the stuff that you find on the side of your dinner plate in a restaurant. It provides a lovely green highlight to your plate, but not much more than that. I don't think this has a really great flavor to it. So other than garnishes, I don't use this very often. If I'm looking for a parsley to use every day, I will typically buy Italian flat leaf parsley, which looks like this. These leaves have a bit of weight to them. They have a distinct flavor, but it's very much parsley-like. And this is the parsley that I use pretty much in every dish that calls specifically for parsley. Quite often I add it even when a recipe doesn't call for parsley. The third kind of parsley that I'll find in my supermarket is cilantro. Cilantro is also known as Mexican parsley, Chinese parsley, and sometimes it's called coriander. But coriander really refers to the seed of this plant, not the green leafy top. Also in your supermarket, if you went to the spice section, you'd find the seeds for this plant, coriander seeds. They look like this. If you were to take these seeds and plant them in your garden, you'd wind up with a cilantro plant. You can buy these seeds whole, just like this, or you can buy them ground. We use these in a lot of different cuisines, not just Mexican cuisines. You'll find coriander in Asian food, Indian food, all kinds of food from the Mediterranean regions, as well as South America and Central America. So once you have your parsley at home, you need to know how to store it. And this is typically what I do. When I first get it home from the store, I wash it very well. Quite often parsley has mud or sand on the leaves. So wash it well, and then I will cut about an inch off the bottom of the stems, leaving that little band intact around the bouquet of parsley. And I'll stand it in a glass of water and leave it on the counter until the leaves are really dry so that they're not going to stick together. When I'm ready to use my parsley, I'll get a paper towel and take it right out of that glass of water. And I use the paper towel to wrap the end so that all the water stays here. I don't want any water on my cutting board. Take my parsley and squeeze all those leaves together. And then with my big knife, I'm just going to chop it down. When you're chopping parsley, it's important to remember that the stems of parsley have more flavor than even the leaves, and they're very soft and tender. So don't worry about getting some stems in your parsley when you're chopping it, because you're going to get more flavor with them in there than without. So just continue chopping down until either you have enough parsley to complete your recipe, or typically what I will do is just continue chopping until I get all of it down to where there are no more leaves. And my stems and all this just go into the garbage bucket. And now this gets chopped. And because it's dry, it's very easy to chop. It doesn't stick to the board. It doesn't stick to the knife. And when I have it chopped to the point where I like it, I can use what I need for my recipe. Any that's left over goes into a bowl and covered with plastic wrap or a lid. It will keep this way for 2 weeks in my refrigerator, and whenever I need chopped parsley, it's ready for me. So whether you use your parsley simply as a garnish or as an integral part of your recipe, keep that fresh stuff on hand. It's great to have in your kitchen.